All right, guys. Well, Husky Shane here, back again for part 13 of this build log series, guys. And you know, if you've done this ever, when you're loading subs, you're getting close to this thing being done. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing in this video, guys. So stay tuned.
Anything negative, cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient.
All right, so like I said, guys, in today's video, we're doing a couple of things. We are loading the subs in this box finally, guys. We're also gonna be installing that 10-inch aero port. We're going to be wiring the subs up in the box, and we are going to be running some neon lights, and I'm going to show you guys how I installed those. This is going to be an exciting one, guys. Please watch this one. I think you're going to like it. All right, so working on installing the port now. Guys, as you can see, I did put a little support piece. Right, that's just some stacked, let's see if I can zoom out a little bit, some stacked MDF that is screwed down. You can see right there, I screwed the port down to this, because with this just hanging here, I did just like put this on there, and it just wasn't, it like felt like it was gonna fall off. So that, you know, this board and that screw is supporting it. Now I am running some wires through this, and I'm going to tape them down with my aluminum tape. That way it's all smooth and they're not like rattling. But these are going to be for my lights. So now we're on the wiring up of the subs. As you guys can see, right, when I ran those wires through the back wall and in through this hole, right, I just used 1/4 bolts to go right through the box, coming out this side, right, just put them on there like that, and then put another nut over the end of it. Boom, got your speaker terminals. I'm going to be doing just runs like this. This is 8 gauge. Going to do 3 different runs, one for each sub. Right, because these are going to be wired in series, and then they're all just going to meet up right here. All right, so you can see got our positives on one side, negatives on the other side, and they're all run down at the bottom here. We got this run here, this one here, and then of course this one at the back here. I just got these little hold downs, you know, keeping them in place and then just zip tying them all together. Pretty simple, right? Nothing too fancy, but this thing is ready for subs now. You know, I could hook them up now if I needed to. So anyway, all right, getting ready to put these LED lights up in here. Now they do come with a sticky backing, but this stuff always sucks. So I like to use this 3M, it's 1/2 inch double-sided tape. This stuff is amazing. You know, you could hold anything together with this. So I like to take this and run it across the top and then put this on top of this. So let me crawl in there and then I'll bring you guys back up to speed once I get going on this. All right, so as you guys can see, I got my 3M tape going all the way across the upper perimeter. Now we're going to just put these LED lights up on that tape. Well, bright and early, back at it again. I had to elongate some of these wires because they're gonna wrap around and plug in right up here. I don't know if you can see that yet, right there. And I just didn't have quite enough left. So I got some extensions on them. Crawl back in that box and finish installing these lights. I got this side, you know, this chamber all wired up last night. Now we're gonna do this side. All right, well, that was a pain in the butt. So I always just crawl in this middle hole, and then I can just lay right here and just do whatever I need to do. But we got that strip up there. You can see that black 3M tape underneath it. That stuff is way stronger than the stuff that those, oh look, I farted today. Way stronger than the backing that comes on those lights. And you guys can see here, see it, the wires come out of the port. See right there. And they're all zip tied underneath it. And then they come up to this wall, and that's where they run into this light strip. So these wires, right, are coming attached to the other light strip. So let me show you. Right. So we got this. Well, let me just take you through the whole thing. It's messy back here, but I've been working. So we got all our wires here going to this little junction box, this bus bar, and then it is just loomed right there. Pull this seat down. Right, then that loom goes there. It's held in place right there. I'm not crazy that that goes through the port, but at the end of the day, I just did not want to run all that through that box and like compromise the baffle. So anyway, you see that loom. It goes up right there. That's where it plugs into this LED strip on this side of the box. And then it goes back down through the port right there, you can see, and then up. So these are both connected to the same circuit. So that when I come over here and I hit my toggle switch, everything should come on. Ah, look at that. Now there's a break right here, but that's because that sub is gonna go all the way to the top. I couldn't get it across there. But anyway, there's that one. And then there's that one. All right, looking good, looking good. Well, the port is finally installed and completed. People call these Mario tubes. I've heard people call them that, usually because sometimes they're green, but I thought, you know what? I got some Mario stickers and my Singer alternator sticker is on there. But I thought, you know what? I'll put some Mario stickers on my Mario tube. So anyway, I think that looks pretty sweet. What do you guys think? All right, well now I think it would be a good time to install the windows in this box. So we're gonna have to pull those bolts out because they got paint on them, right? That's how we saved the integrity of those threads. So we're gonna start by pulling those out, and then we're gonna install these plexiglass windows, and we'll finally get to see how they look installed, peering in and looking at all that sticker bomb goodness. All right, so now guys, you can see why I put those bolts in there to protect those threads. Now those threads are nice and clean. And if we wouldn't have put this bolt in there, all this paint would have ended up in those threads. So I've already got a couple of them out. Let me just pull the rest of them out, and then we'll be ready to put those windows in. All right, so we're getting these windows installed now. And I did mark them, right? Since I didn't do any of the drilling with a machine, it's all hand drilled. These holes might be a little uneven, right? So I know that's the top, and I know this is the left one. Right, we've already got the right one on there. And this is what I'm using. These little round head bolts, and I got little plastic washers. Just because I didn't want to like scratch this or anything. I don't know, you definitely don't want to over tighten these and break them. So I tried to just tighten it enough where it's flush, right? This is 3/4 inch plexi, and this is 3/4 inch, so MDF. So it should sit flush if I'm able to just compress this foam a little bit. So anyway, let's get this window on there, just the same as we did that one. I just could not get, this one fit perfectly. This one, I just could not get the holes to line up. I don't know if these threaded inserts got like cocked when I was putting them in there or something. I don't know, but I could either get the 4 sides to line up or the top and the bottom to line up, but I could not get all 8 of them to line up. So what I did was I took these 4, excuse me, threaded inserts out, and I added some T-nuts. Right, that gives me, I drilled that hole out a little more, and that gives me a little bit of wiggle room, and then I put some T-nuts on the back of it. So I was able to get it in that way. But why it didn't line up, I don't know. That's weird. It fit perfectly when I was measuring it all. The only thing I can think of is those threaded inserts got a little cocked or something when I tightened them down. I don't know. But anyway, the window's in. So now we got to put this one back in. I had to take this one out so I could reach back around here to put the threaded inserts in there. Well, the moment we've all been waiting for, guys, it is finally time to load these massive Sundown subwoofers into this box. Don't quote me on this, guys, but these things weigh like 60 something pounds a piece, I think. Maybe more, I don't know. But they are not easy to load, especially, you know, like that, horizontal rather. And then trying to load them into that hole with very little crawl space, guys. This was a pain in the butt. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy watching me break my back loading these subs.
Cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient.